What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So they're still shorting AMC, right? They're never going to give up. I mean, I understand. I don't think never is the term. I hate using absolutes, but it's going to take them a long time for them to actually give up here. Now, I wanted to talk about this because I talked about it in my last video, and some people agreed with me that I don't believe we will see this squeeze until we see that bailout, right? Until we see the hint for that bailout. And I want to keep talking about this because a lot of people are just like asking, "Hey, when's the squeeze going to happen? When are we going to see it go to 1,000? When are we going to see it go to this?" And it's like we can't expect any big numbers until we start seeing them get pressured. I feel like right now they're trying to apply any pressure, but it's not really working. People are just getting upset with following it for as long as they have. But like someone like me, I'm following it, for the long haul. And I'm upset with the fact that I'm following it for so long because of the fact that it has not done anything. It's been moving, up and down, left and right. Those aren't the moves that I want. If you're a day trader and swing trader, those are the moves that you probably go for. But with this position, I'm swing trading it. So why should I care about this having, $4 moves or $5 moves? I really don't. I mean, to tell you the truth, you can gain something out of it by playing options and playing it the right way if you wanted to, but this is not 100% predictable and you can end up losing money. This is why I lost money on AMC options already, and I'm sort of afraid to play those options short term. I'd rather play them long term and go from there, but it's definitely an interesting take on this. But we're going to get into some detail here and see what we are seeing, look at the Fintel and Ortex data, and also just maybe like a little news catalyst. I can't speak. That could, see some sort of a bounce, but most likely I know that news doesn't really matter. It depends on what people do with that news. And if you see a lot of shorters, a lot of people that are shorting hedge funds, institutions, whoever is actually shorting, no matter what news or positive news you do have an influx of buying power, they're going to continuously push that down. So they're still shorting and they won't stop. But we know that it eventually will blow up and it's just getting nothing but stronger. And to tell you the truth, we saw a large increase in the beginning, right? Where you saw that jump up to, what was it, around $17, and it started to fall down a little bit, right? Again, fell all the way down to like 4, jumped up to a level of like 14, fell all the way down to like 9. Then we saw a huge jump up to the level of $70+. Then it fell down to around 29, right? And then we started to see, now we're going to see this large jump from where we are now at, let's say, 30, 35, and it's just going to explode to a level that, we know it's going to get to, or we knew it was going to get to, but it's going to be great to see it there, right? So that's what I'm waiting for, and we're waiting for that day before, the eventual squeeze ends up happening, because that's going to be another set of FOMO buying. It's not going to be the point to where they're covering their shorts. It's going to be another set of FOMO buying. But if we look at some of the detail here, we can see that we had 33 million shares worth of volume, which is less than what we had yesterday at about this time. And we saw a positive day yesterday. It was a good day. It was a green day, right? But as we looked into what happened today, 33 million shares wasn't positive at all, right? We did see an increase in the beginning of the day, but then after it hit a certain level, resisted at 42, fell down, broke the VWAP, the 200 EMA, and was completely downhill underneath that 200 EMA the whole time, showing that bullish trend, right? And that's what we are seeing here, this large drop right here after seeing this large, like kind of really bullish increase. We started to see this resist, and it did not get to a point to where it even fought back at all. Why? Because they're shorting this thing heavy. They set up a lot of sell walls. They set up a lot of shorting walls, and then it just continues to trail on the way down. I can't speak today, but it got down to a level of 38.80, closed at 39.24. I did not want to see it break 40 again. I did not want to see it fall below 40 again, and that's exactly what happened. They just want to bring this thing down to certain levels so people don't hit, one, their call options, and two, get excited about going into the next week. The more that they bring this down, the less people are excited. So just know that I'm still bullish on it. Obviously, I'm still holding my 900 shares. You could still see that right there. And I'm not giving up on this thing because we know what this eventually will be, and it's just a matter of time. And the hopefully we have enough people that are willing to accept the amount of time. Now, remember, this is not financial advice. I don't want to tell you you have to hold on to anything. You could do whatever you want with your shares, with your money. Doesn't really matter. But all I know is I'm telling you what I see in this situation, and what I plan to get out of this situation. And a lot of people that told you and me and everybody else that we were wrong to see it even, jump above 20 or jump above 10, and say that this is valued at a dollar or a penny is ridiculous. So, and they're wrong because it got to a higher level, stayed at that level, and now they're trying to paint this picture like, oh, well, you know what? It's coming back down. Yeah, it wasn't actually at their prediction of 1 penny or $1, but it's still not as valuable as we think. That's basically what they're saying. And it gets up to 76 or whatever, and it starts to fall down to where they're like, oh, look, people are selling off, but in reality, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, they're shorting it even more. Again, I can't speak today, but I'm going to keep it all in. I'm not editing anything. I'll probably edit the words up, so you'll probably see everything lined up the right way, but that's the way that I'm going with this. If it looks clean when I watch the video, then I'm uploading it. All right, and I also wanted to talk about this. AMC movie theaters adding open captioning to 240 locations, which is definitely a good thing where you have a deaf actress that's starring in a Marvel movie. So that's definitely a big thing. I think it's kind of a catalyst to the business. I don't know if so much for the stock. I just wanted to talk about it because it's definitely a good thing for people that are deaf. You can go out and experience movies just like everybody else and just be, there and not have to wait for, I guess, the movie to come out in like DVD or anything like that. It's great to be able to have that experience, the same experience that everybody else does. So I'm definitely happy with that. And it could be a form of a catalyst to the business, adding something new. And I think they're making great moves. Adam Aaron is definitely making great moves here. I also wanted to look at the Ortex data really quick and talk about the 16% short interest. We know that they're shorting it. They're going to continue to short it. 84 million shares that are short here. It's funny how when we're in 100 million shares and they short at 50 million and we're at 33 million shares, they short at 20 million. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would they only short it that much on the high volume days and not short it that much on the low volume days? You know what I mean? If they're really looking to bring this thing down to a certain level, it's because they just want to fight some type of fight to keep them in it. It's not necessarily to short it to non-existence because then they're the reason why it is just dropping down. They're not gaining any money out of it. But if they have a place to where they're shorting it to create some sort of fear, then you have people that are selling to make them money to, basically bring that price down some more. So they're not going to short it more than what the volume is or what the buy volume is. They're not going to short it 70%. They're going to short it 40% or 50% every single time. So while it's 100 million, they're going to short it 50 million. While you have, 30 million in volume, they're going to short it 15 or even closer to 20 million. That's what they're going to do. And it's a little ridiculous seeing something like that, but they do what they have to do. And just to point that out, you can obviously see the Fintel data just to break that down. And let's see if I could find it. I think I might have passed it. The Fintel data would show that they're shorting 50%, on the 20th, they're shorting 50%, 50%, 50%. Like that's what they're shorting it, right? No matter what it is, it could be hundreds of millions of shares, a billion shares, and they're going to short it a certain amount because they just want to stay in the fight until they get bailed out. And I don't know when that's going to happen, but we'll have to see. But they're still shorting it, and I'm really upset with what's going on, but hopefully everything, just goes well and, we see some positivity for us soon because I know a lot of people are getting a little bit tired of, waiting for this to take off, and they see so many opportunities that are taking off. And that's what they want you to see. They want you to see the opportunity and give up on what you have. And that's what I don't want people to do. And when people ask me, hey, if you're so bullish on it, why don't you just invest more into AMC? The reason being is because I don't ever want to get to a point to where I'm like, this is not moving and I can put my money somewhere else to where I can gain so much more in the short term. I don't want to think like that. So I keep what I have in there and don't really think about moving it at all while I'm investing in other places, so that I'm not giving up on it. I'm not actively making moves on that. I'm just waiting for them to give up on what's going on, for them to settle for whatever bailout they get, for them to go bankrupt, because I'm tired of them manipulating the system, and I'm going to stick to what I'm holding. And I think a lot of other people will do the same. And that's my answer to that. I don't want to sit here and be that person that, you know, puts all of their money in AMC in one basket, and then gets in the back of their mind like, oh, you know what? Like, I could be making money from this position. I could be making money from this position. Then I start pulling out of AMC, which looks horrible. And I'm not going to pull out of AMC. I'm not. I'm going to stick with what I'm sticking with. And that's how it goes. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to pull out of GME either. But guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Make sure you guys check out some of the links in the description, as well as checking out some of my channels. But I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.